the same thing.
Mhm. Hey, Isaac, how are you?
He's coming. Give him just a moment.
Okay. Is that his dog?
Yes, that was our dog. We had to give her wings last year, but we had her for 18 and a half years. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I know I'm not a pet person, but I know people who are. Get pretty attached. Oh, wow. So, hey, Patrick, how are you? Hey, Bill. Hey, Patrick, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Glenn.
All right, how are you? What's going on,
All
Bill?
right, all right.
All right. Hey, Jeremiah,
Hello, Mr. Glenn.
how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Trasan, how are you? Hey, Isaac Franklin, how you doing?
Doing good. Good morning. How about you?
Good, good. Like, where you at, man? Isaac?
At my house.
Ah, okay, look like you someplace fun. In the background, where is that? Oh, we don't know your background?
The library background.
Ah, okay, the library, okay, that's a good background. Hey, Trasan, how are you doing? Hey, Aaron Golden, how you doing?
Hey, Mr. Glenn, how you doing? I'm doing good.
Look like you had a rough night, man. Uh, I know. Son, how are you? Hey, Elijah, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Did you enjoy the baseball game?
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay. You been to Dodgers game before?
No, this was my first time. So it was a good.
Ah, good. And they won a shutout. 1-0. Yeah, so you guys had to stay to the last out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping for a blowout so you can get up there early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you drove anyway, though, right?
Yeah, we drove. Yeah.
How was the crowd? Was it a big crowd?
Yeah, it was. It was like at the beginning, it was kind of slow, and then after it got pretty like big. So.
Mhm. Yeah, they usually get about 40, 50,000 every game.
Mm.
Hey, David, did you graduate today, David?
Put it on mute.
Oh, I wish. Not yet.
Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Hello,
Yeah,
how are you doing?
good. And now, and William, Christian was supposed to send me some pictures. I haven't received them. I nominated him for a scholarship. He said he was going to send them to me Thursday evening. It's Saturday. Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 days ago, right? I don't know.
Just hit unmute.
You're not muted.
I'm not muted.
There you go, Justin. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. Riley Young, how are you?
Doing good.
You owe me 10 push-ups, man. You missed 2 yesterday. Give me 10.
The ball.
I'm serious. I'm not laughing.
You actually?
Don't even go there, man. Actually, what?
He's laughing too.
Yes.
Marley, all right. Oh, there's Christian. How you doing, Christian?
I'm doing good, Mr. Glenn.
Good. I thought you were sending me some pictures, man.
From what?
I told you I nominated you for a scholarship, right? And you was gonna send me some pictures when we talked the other day?
Yeah, let me get yours now. I've been busy.
Because I'm old, man. I've been and forgot about it.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about it before you did.
I know you did.
Find it.
Tristan, how are you?
I'm good, Mr. Glenn, and you?
Good. So Cameron, can we turn our video on? Oh, guys, can we turn our videos on, guys? We haven't seen each other. It'd be good to see these handsome faces.
I'm still getting ready because I need to go somewhere, so I can't turn my camera on.
We'll wait a couple more minutes. Give people to get a lot more signups than people are here. Marley, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
Good. How's practice coming, man?
You're talking to me?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going well.
good. You put them ones?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. That's what I want to hear. So has anybody got anything they're grateful for today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful to wake up every day for my family, the boss program, and just that I get another opportunity every day to become a better version of myself.
All right. Hey, that's good. That's good.
I'm grateful for my sound mind body.
All right. Sounds good. Anybody else grateful for anything? I'm gonna have to jump in at once.
I'm grateful that my parents put me in an amazing place like this in Boston.
All right. Anybody else grateful?
I'm just grateful that I'm just here. I'm just grateful that I'm alive, waking up every day.
Right. That's good. That's something to be grateful for. 'Cause you don't have to do that. Anybody else grateful?
Yeah, I'm grateful to be here. I'm also grateful for my health. I'm recovering from a cold right now. Health is wealth. I'll say that. And yeah, just happy to be on the Zoom call with you guys.
Good to see you. Anybody else grateful?
I'm grateful for my health and my family and boss too.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm grateful for you guys, man. You guys keep me young. You keep me active. Like my antidote to aging. Anybody else grateful?
I'm grateful to be here. I'm glad I can see your faces and learn about different people.
Good. Good. Can you turn on our videos, guys? Can we turn on our videos so we can see each other? Okay, well, just want to remind guys as we go into the year end that we have tutoring like every day from 4 to 7, right? And we have a motto in Boss: if you're getting a C, you could get a B, right? And if you're getting a B, you can get an A. So it's important if you go into the final stretch of this semester to know exactly where you are with your grades, right? And so, for example, we've had situations where a guy was at a 88, right? And he just needed 2 points. And rather than like go to his teacher or ask for extra work or whatever, he just sat on that 88 and got a B, right? So who can tell me what 4 plus 4 is? Anybody?
8,
Okay, what's 4 plus 3?
7,
Okay, so what's 8 divided by 2?
4,
What's 7 divided by 2?
3.5.
3.5, right? So see, if you left them 2 points on the table, if you leave just 2 points on the table, you change a 4.0 to a 3.5, just with 2 points, guys, right? The same thing, you could be at like a 78, right? And so you could get them 2 points and take that C to a B. So we would suggest that you look at all of your grades right now in terms of what they are numerically, like how many points you are from that next higher grade, and do what it takes to make that happen. Does that make sense? Anybody? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
It does.
Now we want to remind you guys of the, let me see, can I make somebody else, make you, or Aaron, can I make you co-host? You're the closest one.
Sure, yeah.
Co-host, so you can let people in.
Okay.
I'm going to share the screen. Let me see if we can. I just wanted to remind you guys about the different resources, right? Now, in the chat, by show of hands, how many of you guys have logged on to your Neon accounts? Everybody? I can't see the hands, Aaron. Does everybody get their hands raised?
You want us to put in the chat or you want us just to say?
No, just raise your hand, yeah. So Aaron can see.
Oh. See Christian Rios, David Garcia, Kristen Niquez, and that's it.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so the guys who haven't raised your hands, this is what you're missing out on. We have this platform, right? And we've got all this wonderful information on here. So for example, if you're looking for scholarships and interns, right? We got them right here. We got all kinds of scholarships and interns. all kinds of scholarships and internships. Right here on this computer, right here on the platform. Get the date that you need to apply for, how much is involved, and all kind of stuff, guys, right? Right here on the platform. Where's the, okay, so we got academic resources, right? Anybody need help in math? Is everybody getting A's in math? Okay, I see Riley's hand up. Riley's the only one I can see on the thing, but here, if you're in the 7th grade, we got resources. And what we did, guys, was we assessed you guys. And based on that assessment, we identified these areas where you guys are having problems, and we created a resource for every grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, you know, across the board, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, and we got amazing videos and other kind of stuff right here on this platform, but you can't access the platform until you create your Neon account, right? So we got college and career resources, right? All kind of college and career resources. Anybody on the call trying to go to college? Well, if you're trying to go to college, we got a whole bunch of resources right here for you to look at and take advantage of right on this platform. All kinds of stuff right on this platform, right? So what we need to do, let me see, internships. Okay, let me see, internships. We got internships. Okay, these are scholarships. Where's the internships? Where we got scholarships? These are all scholarships. I'm trying to do, oh, here's internships down here. Here's the internship. We just got a paid internship, right? That we put on here, paid internship for this summer for our high school guys, right? But you got to go on here to find this stuff. So we, and so hopefully, and you could put into the chat if you need help creating your Neon account. So we've sent out links to everybody to do that. But if you haven't done it, if you could just let us know, and we can get that link to you so you can create your account and take advantage. So what good does it do for us to put all these resources up here if nobody is going to take advantage of them? Anybody? What good does it do to have them up there?
Excuse me, Mr. Glenn, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How do you create a Neon account?
Yeah,
I'm new to the program, so I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get you, again, if you could put your name in the chat, and Aaron or David, if you can grab from the chat the guys who need to create their Neon account, and then we'll get that to you. But I know there's a lot of guys
Thank you.
who have received that email to create the account. Joshua, Jeremiah, you guys have accounts on Neon?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, good. That's what I like to hear. What about you, Riley?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Please.
Now, have either of you guys gone in to look about and see if there's anything that can help you on Neon? Like scholarships or internships or help with math or anything? Don't all answer at once. Okay, well, we have another resource that we created for you guys. Anybody heard of Tuskegee Institute? Anybody heard?
I've heard of it, but
Yeah, I've heard of it, and I respectfully respond to Neon. But yeah, I've looked over there. I see some scholarship opportunities for there. I would recommend everybody does use it. So Tuskegee
Tuskegee, there's a lot of stuff about Tuskegee, but they have, they're the #1 producer of Black aerospace engineers in the nation. And they're also the leading producer of Black engineering graduates in chemical, electrical, and mechanical engineering. They're the #1 producer of African-American aerospace engineers and the leading producer of Black engineers in chemical, electrical, and mechanical engineering, right? And we have a partnership with Tuskegee that we're forming, but already we've got some beneficiaries. Caleb, I don't know if Caleb is on the line, but Caleb Tate, he's gonna be spending 8 weeks this summer at Tuskegee, participating in their MIDAS program, which is an aerospace engineering program. And again, if any of you guys would like to have done that, and then you say, wow, it's on Neon. Okay, but so he's gonna spend 8 weeks this summer, and then this program at Tuskegee in partnership with United Airlines, right? And in a couple of weeks, we're gonna have a gentleman who's the head pilot here in Los Angeles for United come on and share the opportunity with you, because what's happening in the airplane industry, they're looking at, I think, like 60 or 70% of their pilots retiring, maybe more than that in the next few years, right? And so they're in desperate need for airplane pilots. And they're looking everywhere for kids who have an interest, and they'll just walk you through that process. And now we know everybody don't want to become a pilot, but if you have any interest in that, we have a partnership now that can facilitate that with United Airlines and with Tuskegee. And now, as part of one of the tenets of BOSS, what we're trying to do with you guys to help you develop the character and the discipline and the habits and the mindset and the skills that you need to be successful. But we're also trying to expose you to careers, because we know that many of you don't know what you want to do. But who can tell me the 2 things it takes to be successful? Who can tell me the 2 things it takes to be successful? Only takes 2 things. Anybody know?
Desire and determination.
Who said that? Who?
Sean.
Who said that?
I did.
I don't know who that is. Who is me?
Sean.
Deshaun who? I don't I don't see. Y'all got your pictures on, so I can't see you. Put your pictures on so I can see you. But who said that quickly? I need to know who said that quickly.
Trayshawn Tatum.
Oh, Trayshawn.
Yeah.
Trayshawn. It takes what are the 2 things it takes? I'm gonna send you some money by Cash App.
Desire and determination.
All right, and what is desire?
It's
those,
like,
but what is
it's like the drive you have to do it.
Can anybody help him? What is desire? Now, you're not, that's part of it, Tristan, but it's more, we can be more accurate. Desire is what? Anybody? What is desire?
The need or certain drive for something.
That's true. That's true. But they have a saying that said, if you don't know the port that you're headed towards, if you don't know the port that you're headed towards, no wind is favorable. If you don't know where you're going. So what is desire? Aaron, help him out.
Well, with desire, it's what you want, and then you just have to determine the price you're gonna pay.
That's what, desire is knowing what you want. So Tristan, when you say it's just desire and determination, that's true. But what is desire? You got to know what you want. And once you figure out what you want, like Aaron said, you have to determine what it's going to cost me to make that happen. And then you have to commit to do that. Right? That's all it takes, guys. I mean, when I was your age, I said I wanted to be a lawyer. Okay. And then I figured out it was going to take, and I didn't just want to be any kind of lawyer. I wanted to be the best. And along the way, I figured out what it would cost me to do that, and I paid that price. And I became the best. I mean, and I started at zero, right? So it don't make no difference. Where you start is how you finish. Now, and again, so part of what we're doing with you guys is exposing you to these different things so that, you know, once something might stick with you, right? You know, you might want to be like, I know Jason Tillman, I don't know if Jason on here, Jason said he wanted to be like me. I said, okay, so he wanted to be a lawyer. Some of you guys, how many guys like sports on here? Everybody likes sports. How many guys want to go to the NFL or the NBA or Major League Baseball? Everybody, right?
Yep.
How many going?
Yeah.
One out of 100. Okay, but now
Yeah.
they have careers in sports. Who, anybody know what sports analytics is? Sports analytics, anybody? Have an idea what sports analytics is? Anybody, just speak up.
I do. It's kind of has a lot to do with math and graphing, where you try to find the probabilities of things that might happen within a percentage of someone scoring or the percentage of them winning or what might happen within a game.
That's you're on the right track. Anybody else want to add anything to that? Sports, I think Jeremiah.
It can also
The
mean like,
data,
it can also mean like the stats of somebody.
Now, who is that?
Kai Chandler.
Nice. So what did you say, man?
It can also be the stats of somebody, or the stats of the shooting percentages, or the field goals, or the scores, like
Okay.
all around stats.
But it's the stats, but it's sports analytics. So analytics. So what about the stats? What are they doing with this?
it's the data collected to choose the
To help compare
to help compare one another.
Who said that?
Me, Isaac Franklin.
Isaac. So what did you say, Isaac?
I said it's the data collected to
for the teams to compare,
to
or players
teams to compare.
So that sounds straight out of Google. But that's right.
It helps when your mama is a data science major.
That's all right. That's all right, Isaac. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what Google is for, to go find out, right? It's the data that you collect, and then how do you analyze that data, right?
My mom's my Google.
Oh, your mom did it, okay. But now, and in sports, they collect data on everything. I mean, they have people who get paid to just watch the game and track what's happening. Like where is LeBron shooting from? You know, where's Steph shooting from? Who's getting the rebounds? Where are they getting the rebounds? So they're tracking everything that happened, and then they're analyzing that. So like as Jeremiah saying, they can predict some stuff, right? Based on tendencies. So that, you know, after you analyze LeBron, for example, you know, you don't want him to get to the free throw line, to that right off the left of the free throw. You don't want him to get there. Okay, because if he gets there, he's gonna hurt you, right? And so we have today, we have Dr. Kagba Suaray. Dr. Suaray is a PhD in mathematics, who looks just like you guys, right? And he got his PhD at the age of 25, right? 25. I beat him by a year. I got my law degree and I was licensed at 24, right? But at 25, this guy had a PhD in math, in a subject that they say Black and brown boys can't do. We can't do math, right? He's from South Central, and he got a PhD at 25, and he's been teaching math at Long Beach State for the last 17 years. And he's going to join us in a minute, and he's going to share, because what we're going to do is we're going to form a sports analytics club, guys. We're going to have like a club of 10 or 15 of you guys who understand that data science. If you can master data science, you ain't gonna never be looking for no job, because it's because they use data science in everything. They call it sports analytics, but I would think 100% of the industry is out here. They use data analysis. I know that Bella Canvas, where we went to visit a month or so ago, the leading manufacturer of blank tees, one of our sponsors, Bella Canvas, they get people they paying to analyze the data. AEG, the largest presenter of sports and entertainment in the world, one of our sponsors, they get data analytics all throughout everything they do. So the opportunities exist beyond sport. We just using sport as a way to introduce you to it, since you like sports. And hopefully you won't run from math. Anybody just off the top might have an interest in data analytics, they think, or sports analytics, being a part of a club, because all we do is win now. So if you want to join, we want to be winners. We ain't trying to just have fun. I see Jeremiah had his hand up. Anybody else think they might want to be Riley? Anything? Anybody else want to be on Boss's analytics team? Anybody else? I can't see all the. I see. Is that Case? Okay. Anybody else? Isaac? Anybody? I get you, Jeremiah. Anybody else got their hand up? Come on, guys. That's only 4 guys. We need about at least 10. Joshua, there we go, Joshua. Okay, here's Dr. Suaray. Anybody else? Come on, going once, going twice. I mean, now we're gonna be working with either the Rams or the Lakers or LA Football Club, right? And we're gonna be doing a project for them. And we're gonna help them make some money or save some money by analyzing what it is they do and the data around it. Okay. So we got 5. Anybody else before I turn it over to Dr. Suaray?
I was gonna leave it to the kids, but I mean, I'll take the opportunity too. David.
All right, there you go. All right, yeah. David can be captain of the team.
Do you know when this is going to take place?
Well, what we're going to introduce it this summer as part of the camp. The camp will be July 24th. You're going to get some information about it by email, but you can write it down. The camp will be July 24th through August 4th. July 24th through August 4th. And we'll be introducing it then, and then moving forward from there. Now, where is Dr. Suaray? So I can, there we go. We can spotlight Dr. Suaray for everybody. So there you go. Without any further ado, the youngest, baddest PhD on the planet.
I appreciate it, Mr. Glenn. Appreciate it. So good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. And it's always a blessing to be in the building. And so, as Mr. Glenn mentioned, we are definitely excited about this focus on data science for this summer program and then moving forward. I see someone has their hand raised, Avery.
Oh, wait, hold up. I forgot the hand was still raised.
Okay. Well, it's all good. Keep your hands up, because I'm gonna ask everyone, do you remember me coming through like last month on Saturday at Cal State Long Beach? Raise your hand if you remember me coming through and speaking with you all last month. Okay, I see some actual hands raised as well. Does anyone remember what I talked about? Because if I'm here talking today and y'all don't remember what I talked about last month, then I'm just go ahead and leave out the room, because If you don't remember what I say, then I might as well not say it. But anyone remember what I talked about last month when I came to the Horn Center and I spoke on a Saturday morning for Boss? Does anyone remember?
AI.
All right. Who was that?
Christian Rios. Sorry, I'm on the move right now.
Cool, cool. Appreciate it, Christian. So yeah, AI, artificial intelligence, right? And we talked about some of the opportunities in the landscape in terms of job possibilities, right? There's just so much out there. And so one skill that you need to be able to really tap into that is just the ability to know how to code. All right. So is anyone out there have any experience knowing how to code, whether it be Python, R, C++, Java, any other language, even Scratch?
Yeah, a few of us should have. A lot of us actually were in an MIT program where we won a reward for winning the competition.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Heard about that. So that's, you know what, the ability to code translates no matter what language you're talking about. And so this summer we're going to learn a little bit more about a couple languages I'll speak about in a little bit. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So data science, the future is now. What is data science? Right. This is kind of a hot topic, a buzzword that goes around right now. But data science basically is the intersection of three different fields. Can anyone tell me what kind of diagram is shown on the screen right now? What do you call that?
Venn diagram.
That's right. It's a Venn diagram. So a Venn diagram helps you look at the relationship between different items by how they intersect, how they're separate. And in this case, we have an intersection between two fields of study, mathematics and computer science. And then the top is domain expertise, right? So I want everyone to drop in the chat. If you had all the money in the world, right? If money it was not a concern of yours and you could do anything you wanted, right? You could have, pursue any interest, right, that you wanted. Just type in the chat. What would you do if money was no object? Type that in the chat. Retire. Help everyone I can. Hey, Nick, be a little more descriptive. Not work. I know you wouldn't work, but what would you do? What would you do with your time, with your life, with your energy? Give it away. Give away the money? Okay, do me? Okay, tell me.
I'm sorry, but did you say that what I would do if I had money?
If you had money, if money was not an object, like you didn't have to work, you could do anything with your time. Take vacations, help others. Very good. Build generational wealth. I like that. Someone said invest it so you get more money. I like that, Jeremiah.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. Donate it. Invest it towards my sports career. Okay. Lacrosse. All right. Cool. Travel. Anyone want to travel the world? Anyone want to see the world? Health, family, and travel. All right. So, all share my wealth. See, I love the generosity in this room, right? You all have big hearts and you have a desire to help other people. The thing about data science is that not only can you use it to help other people, right? But you can also be able to help other people once you do it, right? So once you become a data scientist, you have the opportunity to gain that wealth to be able to help other people. You can apply data science to everything that has been typed in the chat, whether it be basketball, lacrosse, investing. There's something called, they're called quants, quantitative analysts. They're the ones on Wall Street that's really making all the money right now because they know how to apply data and use coding to enhance their investment strategies, right? Of course, we just talked about sports analytics. So everything you're interested in, anything you want to do, you can apply data science to it. And what that does is it takes you from, the realm of, okay, I'm just going to, use my opinion or what I feel is right or what I think is right or ask somebody else's opinion. So now you're using the data to make data-driven decisions. And the ability to do that is what you can do to help convince other people that your approach is the correct one, and also to have the ability to actually know that you're doing the right thing. Mr. Glenn.
Yeah, so you mean to tell me, so like guys like Stephen A. and these guys who be on these talk shows talking all this stuff about who's better and them just not their opinions, they got some research behind that, huh?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they got a whole team behind them, right? So everything that they spit out, all the stats that they give out, they got whole teams working under them. And that's exactly the type of skill set that we will be investing inside of you guys this summer so that you can be able to do something like that, right? How can you learn and get insights from data based on coding? All right. So this is the idea behind data science. And there's a very helpful infographic that kind of talks about just the many facets of what data science is, what you can kind of, what's the need out there for data science. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and share that real quick. So right here, this is talking about the data science shortage. We were speaking earlier about how difficult it is to get into the NBA or the NFL, right? Because there's a high supply and a low demand, right? And so the thing is, thousands of people want to be basketball players, professional basketball players, but there's only a set number of spots. On the flip side, if you look at something like data science, there are thousands of data science positions, but only a few people that have the proficiency to do it. And so, if we think about why data science is such a big field right now, data is being collected everywhere all the time. Whether we're looking at our cell phones, anytime you log into your browser, anytime you watch YouTube or Netflix, data is being collected on you, right? Anytime you swipe your credit card, data is being collected. And that data is being used for companies to make decisions. That's why companies pay so much information just to get a list of individuals that have logged into a website, just to have that information. Because once I know what website you go to, I know your habits, I know your interests, and I know how to market to you, right? So there's a lot of power in data. And so, we're at a scale to where, we're dealing with, this is like trillions of books worth of data and knowledge and information is what we're carrying in our phones. ChatGPT, which we talked about last month, is, uses all the information from like trillions of books. And that's how it's so smart and able to, answer and make decisions based on that, right? If you take a look at this right here, IBM says that 90% of the data, 90% of the information in the world today has been created in the past 2 years, right? Facebook has 10 million new photos uploaded every hour, 10 million. And each of those photos, that if you like hover over those photos, like it'll have a marker of who's in the photos, right? So they're doing data science in real time on millions of photos, right? 400 million tweets every day, okay? I even know what a petabyte is, but that's a whole lot of information that Google processes every day. Mr. Glenn.
So when you say they're doing it in real time, so do they collect data in real time at these games too, right?
That's right. That's right.
So they have a game. I mean, they get a team of people that they're paying just to watch the game.
Yeah.
Track what's happening. And so when Steve Kerr or Darwin Ham or something, when they go into halftime, the first person they're talking to is you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell me what happened, because they're not tracking what's going on. Their heads in the game, right? But they want to know and get some input from somebody who can tell them, okay, you need to make this kind of adjustment going into second half, right?
Yep, that's right. And again, that's what we call a data-driven decision. So I mean, you're looking at all these numbers. It's like you can see there's tons of numbers. How can we take all that information, and make sense out of the chaos of all these numbers, right? That's what we're going to start to learn this summer in BOSS. You can see in the year 2000, only 25% of the information was digital, but by 2013, only 2% was non-digital. So what percent of information in 2013 was digital? Can somebody tell me what percent of information in 2013 was digital based on this right here?
No, come on, what do you guys?
25%?
No, that's 2000. I said 2013.
Come on. So that's why.
Oh, 2%.
No. That's why reading is fundamental, guys. Reading is fundamental.
That's right.
You got to read in math. You got to read in science. You got to read reading.
100%?
No.
You just guessing now, brother. You just
98%.
There we go. 98%. Yeah. If 2% was non-digital, that means 98% was digital. So you know what? The person that said 100%, we probably there now, like 99.9% in 2023, 10 years later, is digital. Okay.
Who said 98%? Who was that?
I did.
Who was I?
I think that's Jeremiah. I think that's Jeremiah.
Joshua.
Joshua? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, Dr. Troy.
All good, all good. So, this is what we talked about last month. And I'm gonna just go right quick to this website. And if you were there that Saturday, then you remember this website. Can anyone tell me what we discovered about this website? What was the one thing you needed for all of these top paying careers?
College degree.
College degree. Well, no, these are college degrees that get you top paying careers. So that all these have a common,
math.
but there's one thing that's common, and that's mathematics, right? The majority of these fields require some level of mathematics, whether it's basic calculus, college algebra, statistics. There's some level of math that you need to do for all these college careers, right? And then when we come over here, look at the basic tools you need to be a data scientist, right? Statistics, calculus and linear algebra, right? All of this, okay? And so it requires kind of a shift of your mentality, because at the end of the day, as a math teacher, I'll take the ownership. We have done a disservice in terms of making math boring, making it something that you have to do, not something that you want to do, right? It's not about the subjects, about how we teach it. And so what we want to inspire within you all is to understand that all these exciting things we're talking about with AI, machine learning, data science, it involves mathematics too. So there's a different way to approach mathematics that as teachers, we haven't done a good job of doing, right? But that's what we're trying to shift the narrative on that, all right? And then just a couple more things I wanted to highlight from here. As you can see, the median salary of being a data scientist, right? That's some good money, okay? And then this is the key I really wanted to point out right here. Globally, the demand for data scientists is projected to exceed supply by more than 50%. And that's 2018, right? It's even worse right now. Okay, so we're looking at, 50 to 60% gap between the supply and the demand, right? So for every 100 data science jobs out there, there's only 50 people who could fill it, right? And so as young men of color, what that means is, you have the opportunity to shape your own future and have a guaranteed outcome, right? It's not guaranteed that when you graduate from college with a degree in history that you're going to be able to be a historian at a museum, right? It's not guaranteed when you get a degree, in certain fields that you get the job that you want. But if you go into data science, you will be a data scientist, right? That's a guarantee, because the demand is so high. There's a need out there and no one's doing it. All right. And so, something that we see here in terms of who does data science now is you can see the ethnic distribution of it, right? Looking at the top and middle rows, those are the ethnic distributions in the US as a whole and in the city of Long Beach. And then at the bottom is the ethnic distributions of data scientists, right? And so if, for those of us out here, Black and brown, we're looking at 6.2% of all data scientists are Black and brown, right? Whereas in the population in the United States, what percent of individuals in the United States are Black and brown? Somebody tell me.
About 12%, maybe? I don't know.
13.6%.
Yeah, that's Black, but Black and then Hispanic, Latino all together.
Oh.
Around like 40%, something like that.
Now you tell me, you be precise with it. It's right there.
Okay.
35 or 25?
32.5%.
Okay, 32.5%. That's right. So you don't have to guess, right? We have the two numbers, and what we got to do, we just got to add them up, right? You add them up, and we get 32.5% of the population is Black and brown, but data scientists is only 6%. So there's a big gap right there. There's a big gap right there. Okay. And then how about in the United States? What percent of individuals in the United States is Black and brown? I'm sorry, in Long Beach, in the city of Long Beach.
Yeah, they're 40.
What was that?
55.8%.
55.8%.
That's right, 55.8. So in Long Beach is even higher, but then the percent of data scientists, again, is only about 6%. And so there's a big gap there. There's a big gap there. And so the key is what we're trying to do this summer and that is provide opportunities early and often to be exposed to data science, right? So in high school, how many of you all have taken a class in computers or in data science in high school? Let me know in the chat, raise your hand. Have you taken a computer class or a data science class in high school? Silence. So no one has done any computer classes or any data science in high school. Nobody? Okay, Isaac has? No?
I'm in middle school, so I haven't done that.
Okay.
Yeah, me either.
Okay. I took game design. So iPhone, someone took game design and statistics, right? But by and large, it's not an opportunity that you often get in high school to be able to do data science. So that's what we're trying to do in BOSS. So who does data science? The previous picture, previous table might make you think, well, Black and brown kids, kids, we don't do data science. Like that's for somebody else. But nah, this summer it's for us, right? This summer for BOSS, we're gonna do data science because it's a field that that belongs to us and that we can be proficient in. And we're gonna learn the fundamentals of it this summer. So I'm gonna talk real briefly about what you can anticipate for this summer and then also for this fall, right? And so can anyone see themselves in these pictures? These are from last summer. Can anyone see yourself?
Oh yeah, I see. That's Avery right there.
Yeah.
Wait, where? Where?
That's Riley right next to you with the hat on.
Oh, I remember this. I forgot, but we did we did coding on it. We did the coding, and then we did the 3D prints.
Yes.
Yep, that's right. So we're gonna take it to another level this summer. And so what we're gonna do this summer is we're gonna have introduction to the data science. You're gonna learn the fundamentals of coding in Python and R using a tool called Google Colab, right? And so, we know that Google is, just like the source of information in a big way. And they've created a tool to be able to code. So I've been teaching a class this semester where we've been using this tool to code and do different types of data analyses. And like we mentioned before, you can literally apply data science and these skills to anything you're interested in, right? So this student, he went ahead and found data on Chipotle and people's, preferences in terms of what they buy when they go to Chipotle. He got the prices, you know what I'm saying? So, you got your chips, fresh tomato salsa and all this and that. Right. And so what's the order ID? How many orders did they make? So this person ordered 2 chicken bowls and the total price was, $16.98. And what's Chipotle going to do with this information? Right. You can just start thinking like, what are they going to do with this information? Right. And then so this other one is about movie users. Okay. So there's data that looks like this. And so he had to run some code to make it to where it was more in a readable format. So you got the age, the gender, you got the profession of the individuals in this data set that are members of this movie subscription service, right? You got the zip code. And so you can just think like, if I have all this information of the people that are buying my food or watching my movies, what are all the things I can do to that to make sure that my process is more efficient in terms of reaching out to them? Okay, so this is the type of environment that you all will be working with. And then as someone mentioned earlier, with the sports analytics, you can create pictures that indicate, what's going on. So, okay, well, these are the people, that are watching my movies. These are their ages, these are occupations. And then we have a graph, a visual that kind of represents that. So you can use Python, there's Python code, and you can see this right here helps create this type of graphic, right? There's just one example. I'll just scroll through. Hopefully these are some things you've seen before, but even if not, we're going to learn about them this summer. There's some interactive ways to create some of these graphics. And so we're looking at age. And can someone tell me, by looking at this graph, I have 2 questions. Does anyone know what this graph is called? And my second question is, by looking at this graph, what information do you get from it? So 2 questions. Yeah, what's this graph called? And then what information you get
I think it's called a bar graph.
Okay. And then what information can you get from this? What do you discover from this?
Different types of ages people are. Like the different percentage rates of
Right.
different, when you compare different things.
Yeah, very good. So you got the different ages and the different percentage rates, right? So if, I'm, this company, am I gonna like do all my marketing and my advertising to 60 and 70-year-olds? Probably not, right? Because that percentage right there, this count is telling me the higher the bar, that's what's more frequent in my database, in my consumers, right? So I'm gonna really try to target the 20 to 30-year-old demographic because that's where the highest bars are, right? And it looks like a bar graph and it has bars, but it's actually called a histogram. So you can see in the code right here, it's called a histogram. So I know y'all know about Instagram, but we're about to learn about histograms this summer, right? Histograms get you paid. And so that's what we're gonna do, histograms this summer. All right, here's another one that has a little bit more detail to it, right? This thing right here is called a heat map. So it's a more efficient way of representing the all those dots that we saw in that picture above. So there's just a lot of things you can do with data science in terms of representing graphically your data. And again, what type of data does this apply to? It doesn't just apply to Chipotle and movies, it applies to sports, it applies to gaming, it applies to music, it applies to hip hop, it applies to everything. And so we're gonna have fun with that this summer.
So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna help the Clippers. We're gonna help the Clippers when they go into their new Intuit arena. We're gonna help the Clippers figure out how to charge, what price for the tickets to charge for different games and that kind of stuff. Can you imagine us telling the Clippers how much they should charge for their tickets?
I can tell you right now, Mr. Glenn, they need to charge, zero because Clippers are trash. So, no one trying to watch no Clippers.
Lakers on top.
So they can charge zero. They can make it free, and they still couldn't fill out the arena. But that's a whole other story. So we can learn about that, access different data sources, visualization, and then communication. Like Mr. Glenn said earlier, even in math, you have to learn how to communicate. So if I have this graph and I'm trying to tell the CEO what this graph means, and so therefore, if we want to tell the Clippers or the Lakers or the Rams, this is what y'all need to do, we need to have a way to communicate our results because they can't understand this graph. They don't code, but they got the money and they make decisions, right? So how do I take the code and then like have a verbal explanation of what to do with it, right? So as we mentioned, the partnerships that Boss already has, we're going to leverage those. We're going to ask them for real data and the opportunity for an elite group, a select group of those who, actually put in the work and demonstrate an interest in this over the summer. Over the fall, we're going to have a squad that definitely, works on like actual projects for these companies. So that's the goal. That's the plan. All right. Any questions?
Well, before we have questions, I want to just share with you guys that how did this come into the how can I get this out of okay, so you guys see this, can you guys see the picture?
Yeah.
Okay, so this lady in the middle right here, she's a dear friend of ours. Her name is Mikhail Davis, right? You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now do you see this one here? So this is what Mikhail do. She vice president of strategic analytics for Peacock. Anybody heard of Peacock Universal? Everybody, right? Hello, are we there?
I've heard Peacock. Me and my mom use it quite often to watch movies and different things.
Okay. And now before she was at Peacock, she was at NBC Universal doing consumer analytics, which what Dr. Suaray was just talking about, right? She was senior manager of applied analytics. But guess what? Even before she did that, bam, she was manager of analytics for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That black woman y'all saw, she was manager for the Cavaliers, and she went from sports to AT&T, which is, I guess, like a consumer, I mean, like phones and all that kind of stuff, to Peacock Universal, because everybody is trying to analyze this data so they can make financial decisions. If you can help them make financial decisions, then there's always going to be room for you.
That's right. That's right. And we're dealing with a situation now where, you know, if you want to be proficient, you want to be just a master coder, you don't have to go to a library. You don't have to, have any like amazing teacher or whatever. It's all out there. And just like so much material out there for you to learn how to code, and everything is free. Like I said, if you got a Gmail account, then you have access to Colab. Just Google it, right? Just type in Google Colab, and just like you got Google Docs, Google Sheets, all that, Google Drive, all that, Colab is just another thing, and you can learn how to code right there, right? So, that's something that is just right at your fingertips. YouTube, there's tutorials everywhere, right? So we're gonna learn about it this summer, and the only limitation is how far you want to go with it. All right. But I really look forward to this summer. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. Because again, like we said, there's no limitation to where you can learn and where you can go with it. So I'm good, Michigan. That's me.
All right. Well, David or Emmanuel's going to drop a link, guys, into the chat. We want you to click on that link and take a quick survey before we click, and it just takes 2 minutes to do. Just click on it, and we look forward to getting your feedback. Does anybody from what they heard today, anybody think they might want to pursue or might have an interest in a career that's like wide open? And that you can go from sports, you go to corporate, it's just every place. There's will never be without a job, and you can start a business doing it too. Did everybody grab the link out of the chat? Do we have that?
Yes.
Okay. And everybody's gonna complete that before we go? Is that
Yes, sir.
what's going on, Nazir? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm looking at you too, Nazir. I'm talking, yeah, you, Nazir. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to you. How you doing? Are you driving?
Yes, I'm driving.
Oh no! Watch out! Watch out, world!
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go work with my dad, so I just had to hop on the meeting in the car.
Okay. Well, that's just good to see you. So now, does anybody have anything to say? You get in and out. If you finish that survey for us, we'd be kind enough to do that. And again, remember to reach out if you don't have the link to create your Neon account and you have a coach, get it from your coach. The rest of you guys who haven't been assigned coaches yet, like Kais and Isaac, we're gonna get you the link so that you can do that. And Justin and who else is on here? But anyhow, but you see we have all of this stuff up there on Neon, and you can just go hit and click and
That's your dad right here.
And take advantage of it.
Yeah, we can go do that real quick and come back. And I'll take him in my car, drop him off. You can drive over there with me.